Hello and thank you for joining me again. This is Oleg with PCS. And today I want to, first of all, wish everybody happy holidays. We got 2024 coming up shortly, and that promises to be the best year ever. Just kidding. But we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, before we close out 2023, I thought I'd record this video and talk about lack of talent when it comes to art. I don't know if you're the kind of person who doesn't really do well when it comes to creating your own art. I know I'm certainly one of these people. And even though I appreciate art to a degree in terms of understanding what's good, what's not good, when I look at it, at the same time, I can't create it at all. And I've had this problem ever since I was born. I don't remember at any point in time in my life being able to draw even semi-well. When I came out, it became my liberator in terms of art. And so today I want to talk a little bit about that and show you some of the tools that you can use to potentially get over the similar issues if you have those issues. So a lot of times you go and you try to create posts for social media, for basically any kind of content you're trying to create. Getting images in place is something that's definitely better than just having plain text. And so the challenge becomes, where do you get these images? Where do you get the inspiration? If you're not really artistically talented, then you can take photos. That's one way to do it. But the challenge is that sometimes you can't find photos that you're looking for because they have copyrights or because they don't look that great, all kinds of problems with that. So how do you find imagery that you need to have and create some really outstanding art? And the solution is AI. And I'll show you some of the ways how this can be done with relative ease. There's a number of ways to do it, but one way to do it, I'm going to go into Midjourney here. Let me see if I can find my cursor right there. Doesn't know. I'm going to go into Midjourney here, and let's go to the PCS demo channel where we have nothing. And we're going to go to this PCS demo channel to make sure we don't have anything left over. And all we have to do in Midjourney is just type in the word imagine and whatever we want to say, so you can get as creative as you want. Again, like I said before, the challenge for me is I'm not that creative when it comes to this kind of stuff. So if I wanted to have a image of a bottle of wine on a table, I could just type in bottle of wine on the table. Hit spell here, hit enter, and in a few minutes, it'll actually generate 4 images with a bottle of wine on the table, hopefully. Midjourney does a phenomenal job generating imagery, so it's a great tool to use. And you can go to midjourney.com to find out how to sign up with them. And they don't have the free accounts anymore, but for about $10 a month, you can definitely do a lot of stuff. So it generates this image here, as you can see. And once it gets done, we'll have some options. We're not going to go today. It's not a tutorial in Midjourney, but the idea being that it does create something that should fit the bill in terms of if you actually know what you're trying to do. What happens if you don't know what you're trying to do? You don't really have any ideas. You just don't know what to do. So this is where they have a feature. Let me pull this up. Feature called Describe. So if we pull it up full screen here, you can see that we've got 4 very nice looking images. Pretty much look like either photos or really high quality paintings. And all of these are usable, obviously. They look nice. They have some backgrounds to go with them. Nice. You did the job. But again, if I don't know what to do, then what I can do is I can just do the following. I can go to my email, pull up my email. I find some kind of image that I'm interested in. And I can type in /describe. In Midjourney, it's asking me, give me an image. So I'm just simply dragging an image from one of my emails. Doesn't matter what the image is, just some kind of image. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And so what Midjourney is going to do, it's going to come up with 4 descriptions in English of what this photo represents. So it says like barbecue tools are shown along with the image of a man with a man from Alabama and so on and so forth. And so you have 4 different descriptions of what they are. All I have to do here is click on Imagine All. Again, this is something for people like myself who are not very good at creating art. So we drag the image from anywhere. In my case, I'm just using email as an example. because we got tons of emails. There's all kinds of stuff that's in there, but you can grab it from anywhere in the web if you wanted to. And the beauty is that these are not, at this point, the way the laws are, these are not copyrighted. So you cannot use their images, but you can use images that are similar to theirs. Because as you'll see an example here, the original image looked like this right here. But the new images it generates, as you can see, look dramatically different. True, we still have some barbecue stuff because this email was about barbecue equipment, but the images themselves are very different than the original image here. So let's pull this up. Now it's done generating and see what this is. So as you can see, we've got all kinds of different utensils for barbecue. Here we got barbecue with guitars, which is bizarre, but it is. And there's a gentleman there, and this one. So this is just one of those. So if we look at the other ones, here's another one that has nothing but utensils. And then we got another one that has different, also utensils, but different look to them. So the bottom line being, you can get pretty creative without doing anything. Here's, for some reason, a theme with the baseball on it and a bunch of stuff. So some of it is good, some of it is not that great. But the bottom line is you get something without doing anything. So we go to the next email, and it's just text, next email, and next email has this image here. So let's do another describe. And let's pull this image of this woman, and then let's go ahead and tell it to go ahead and describe what it is. By the way, while it's working here, one thing you could do, if you have ChatGPT account that's paid from OpenAI, you can actually do something similar. It's not going to generate necessarily the same descriptions, but it's going to generate some kind of description for whatever image you give it. And then it's going to give you, if you want, you can actually have it generate images from ChatGPT. So we can actually do an experiment, see what it does. So let's go ahead and imagine 4 images from this image here. So while it's generating these different images of this woman, we can jump to ChatGPT, and let's go ahead and do a new session here, and then drop the same lady image into ChatGPT and say, describe this and create a similar image. So now you can see the image it pulled in. It shows us a detailed description of what this particular image represents. And then once it gets done with that, I asked it to go ahead and create a similar image. Let's go back to Midjourney while it's doing that and see what it did. Okay, so again, per that image of this lady right here, we've got this variation here, which as you can see again, it's an Asian lady, so similar to the one we had before, but certainly doesn't look anything like the image we had before. Okay, so there are some more variants, and then we have some more variants. Pretty impressive in terms of what it generates like that. It's pretty impressive. Okay, and so you can use any of these. You can do some additional stuff from Midjourney. The bottom line being is creating something very simple is just a few clicks away. And so here's what ChatGPT took this image here, and for my little instruction thing to just recreate it, created something that looks like this. You can see she's in some sort of abandoned room, looks a little disheveled. You have the same situation here. Very similar in many ways. Lighting, everything else is similar. Again, not duplicate at all. Doesn't even look like the other lady was Asian. This one is not. But it created a similar looking image. Let's pull up. Sure, let's do this one. So we'll do one more and you get the idea. So let's do describe. And let's pull in the image from some advertisement for photo lenses and see what comes up. So the bottom line is that, yeah, you can go to all your emails one at a time or as many as you wish, and you pull up the information into either ChatGPT or Midjourney, and you tell it to describe it, and then you tell it to go ahead and create images that are similar, and it'll do it. So for those of us who are lacking in the talent area for art, this is a great way to really quickly generate some art that's completely useful all over the place. And there are additional things that you could do potentially with this art. You can do what they call in painting, out painting, You can expand things, you can add additional elements, there's many different things. You can zoom out, many different things you can do after you generate. But the basic concept of being able to just create an image from something existing, either one of your photos or one of the articles, or just going through your email like that. You can see from looking at these, it just had basically fireworks and some photo lenses. But if you look at what it created, you can see, I guess it's not done yet. Oh, it is. If you look at what it created, you can see it's pretty remarkable. So we don't have the lenses in this one, but we have all kinds of different fireworks situations. And so if we wanted to look at, for example, this one here, in Midjourney, what you do is you do what they call upscale. So this would be 1, 2, this would be number 3. So let's say we wanted to upscale number 3, and you can upscale any of them, all of them. And then when you get done with upscaling, it'll come up with the version of that, and then you can crank it up like that by clicking on it and selecting view in browser, and it'll show you full screen. So you can see it's a beautiful image that took me literally a few minutes here to create. And this is just one of many it created, and all of them look pretty spectacular. So if I want to do something for New Year's, for example, something that includes that, I could use that image. So let's come up with this U4 here, see what it looks like. And you can see they're all fairly significantly different. They're all nice, but they're all fairly different in terms of what they represent and how they look. Here's another one, and it looks like this. That's a beautiful image. If you want to create art like this, then simply get one of these accounts, either ChatGPT or Midjourney, and then just use any sources you have, photographs, articles from online, anywhere else, to just pull these some images in and then have them create something from them. And then once you create them, then you can blow them up. And a lot of these come out so good you can actually hang it on the wall. They look pretty dramatic, pretty spectacular. Look at this one. Amazing one. At least to me it is. But like I said, I'm not talented, so I hope you find some value in this and generate some useful and competent art for your various business and personal endeavors. And until next time, thank you. Happy holidays.